The member for Dawson.
Madam Deputy Speaker, if there's one legacy this government leaves our school students, it is a new definition for the word revolution. Over the 4 years of the Rudd and Gillard Labor governments, we've come to learn that when the word revolution is in the name of a program, it's shorthand for bungled failure. It is shorthand for mismanagement and waste. It is shorthand for saying we're in such a rush to put something together that we just grabbed a couple of words and stuck revolution on the end. And here we find it again with the digital education revolution, otherwise known as the Computer in Schools program. It is a shame, Madam Deputy Speaker, that the education revolution did not start with the Labor Party, because this is where basic mathematics is sadly deficient. Just about every aspect of their digital education revolution promise in 2007 has been broken, and it is only a few months away from making it a complete set. The Australian people were promised a computer for every student in years 9 to 12. The Australian people were promised the taxpayer cost for this program would be $1 billion. Australian parents were promised that there would be no additional fees or charges. They were promised this program would be complete by the end of 2011. Well, the clock is ticking. It has now been 3.5 years in the making, and there's only 6 months to go. And where are we up to? Last month, the Prime Minister informs us that 413,000 computers have been delivered out of the 1 million promised, achieving a student-to-computer ratio of around 2 to 1 when 1 to 1 was promised. They are not even halfway with their rollout, and we are expected to believe that more than 500,000 computers will be delivered in the final 6 months of this program. 600,000 computers in 6 months, when it took 3.5 years to roll out 400,000. No, there will not be 1 million computers delivered by the end of this year. There will not be a 1-to-1 student-to-computer ratio, and the sad truth is that thousands of students started secondary school after the promise was made by this government, and they will leave before the promise is even halfway delivered in their school. And there's a very good reason why they can't finish the program, Madam Deputy Speaker. No one in this government thought to add up the figures. No one thought to think the policy through. No one thought to even cost the delivery of a computer. Someone just simply plucked the figure of $1,000 out of the air and thought, that'll do.
Thought double.
That's the same methodology that's behind the digital television set-top box costing. Harvey Norman can deliver set-top boxes for half the amount, and they can deliver a computer for half the amount as well. The government simply has no excuse for going over budget, apart from the fact that they have no idea how to spend taxpayer money wisely. Their answer is simply to keep throwing money around until something happens and keep introducing taxes to keep the money supply coming. But the Australian taxpayers are not an endless supply of money for the government to waste. The Australian taxpayers are facing spiralling living costs precisely because of this attitude. Australian parents are struggling to pay for the essentials: electricity, water, food and school fees. The 2007 promise made when the Foreign Minister was the Prime Minister guaranteed that parents would not have to foot the bill for this so-called digital education revolution. Well, somewhere along the lines the policy changed. Somewhere along the lines a constituent in my electorate of Dawson was being told by the Proserpine State High School that they now had to pay a fee for their child to use a computer got through this program. And part of the reason behind that fee is mismanagement behind this program. Rather than deliver the student-to-computer ratio of 1 to 1 as was promised, the government deducted 1 new computer for every existing desktop computer that the school already had on the books. Desktop PCs. They were deducting desktop PCs. Well, I've got to say, you can't take home a desktop computer with you from school, and that was exactly what the scheme was promoting. Now the Proserpine State High School is delivering the 1-to-1 ratio to years 9 and 10 only, and that's a ratio of 2 to 1 for the whole school, while they are being forced to decommission out-of-date desktop computers. While this government will stand condemned for breaking its promise to the parents on all aspects of this program, serious questions must be answered. Parents have the right to know why the cost has blown out more than double. They have the right to ask why the delivery date is less than half. And these parents know they can purchase a brand new netbook with appropriate software for around $500. Somehow the government allocates $1,000, and then parents asked to shell out hundreds of dollars more. Well, I've got to tell you, parents and students deserve better than that.
Absolutely.
Order.
Here, here.